We are at the start of a very long road trip here in Mount Washington. Maker's Mark Hartley's is just floor whiskey at this point. Well, you're not going to bring a bottle because you didn't buy any.
Hey, you're going to bring a bottle, though.
Okay. You know those are not black tops, man. They're gone. They're all gone. You're in Kentucky. You're not trying to say that's 10-year-old Brown Foreman, are you?
I'm trying to say it's 10-year-old early times.
We are bourbon hunting here in Mount Washington, just south of Louisville in the suburbs. We've got an Airbnb here that is out of this freaking world. Like, we got an indoor bar and pool table. We got like an indoor pickleball court. Like, I've never played pickleball in my entire freaking life, but we got one. It's crazy. But I've got a whole entourage here helping me bourbon hunt today. We just did a pick of 4 roses this morning, and we have brought everybody. So we got like 6 folks rolling deep trying to bourbon hunt. I do not recommend bourbon hunting with this large of a group. You will not get in very many, if any, back rooms, and you will not get access to stuff that's not out on the shelf. We might if we run into somebody we know, but in general, not a great idea if you want to get the rare stuff. We're going to start this hunt here in Mount Washington at 44 Wine and Spirits. Oh, got some stuff over here, the Traveler stuff. If anybody's looking for that, I know that's super rare. Not. Ooh, got a Burnham barrel proof right there. You ever seen this Corner Creek? I don't think I've ever seen that. Does that say 10 years? Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey aged 10 years in American oak barrels. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it looks like it.
I think it says 90. I can't read that, y'all.
88.
Does it say 88? Dude, that is super light for 10 years old. Don't see a lot of J. Mattingly's these days. I have some J. Mattingly at the house I bought 3, 4, 5 years ago.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I love it.
Something we're trying to do a little different is everybody wants me to slow down on the shelves. We tend to go a little too fast. So we're gonna make sure we're showing you the actual selection. Sagamore cask strength rye.
I've seen the cask strength, but I have not seen this label.
It looks like the printer ran out of ink.
But if you look at the top label, it's gray too.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Of course, bullet 12s, or 10, that's a 10, sorry. Oh, we got the fancy stuff back here. Fancy, fancy.
How you doing?
All right, how about yourself?
Want to try some True Story bourbon?
True Story?
Yep.
Oh, okay, so it's, they don't show it. Do you know anything about it?
It's, I think, made by the same guy that makes Angel's Envy.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to try some. That'd be great.
Aged in Moscato barrels, so it's a little sweet.
Moscato barrels? So finished in Moscato?
Yep.
I have a hard time trusting any bottle that's not clear. Are they indeed telling a true story if it's not a clear barrel? Like, they have great color. What are your thoughts on this one?
Well, I don't drink, so.
You don't drink?
I don't.
You just work at a liquor store?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Don't get high in your own supply.
I mean, that's decent. What's the price on that?
$60.
$60? Definitely sweet.
Does anyone else want to try?
You want to try this Moscato finished True Story bourbon? Some old Carters, Russell's 15 up there. Now, I'm assuming that all of those up there, seeing how they're all sitting there and we're in Kentucky, I'm assuming these are all secondary prices. Well, is that a George T. Stagg? Mm-hmm. What's your price on that?
It's $1,000.
$1,000? Yeah, so that's going to be a little above secondary. Some delicious looking stuff. Ooh, are those Woodford double oaks down there?
No, they're not. I think that one of them is
Excuse me.
and a toasted oak.
4 grain and a toasted oak. Yeah, I don't
Sorry,
think I've seen either of those.
Wheat bottle of
Toasted wheat, okay. No, you don't like those? The doubles are so nice, though, aren't they?
Those are the wheat. There is a Wild Turkey 70th there for you.
So what's your price on the 70th Wild Turkey?
I believe it's $2.
What's the MSRP on that, J-Rock? Do you know?
I paid 50.
Yeah, I can't do it for 200. Lots of deliciousness, though. Let's see what the normal selection looks like over here. What did you find? There's a small batch of E.H. Taylor. What 4 roses is that?
OBSQ.
Well, I missed all this. I just saw the stuff behind the shelf there. Missed all of this. Freaking single barrel proof. You don't see a lot of these 100 proofers anymore, honestly. Those are hard to come by. Hardin's Creek, fairly hard to come by there. Buffalo Traces, which you don't see everywhere. A lot of folks don't. I tend to run into a bunch of them. So again, we're trying to show you the selection as much as possible. I know a lot of folks have Y'all really want to see what all these stores have available in different geographies. Heaven Hill grain to glasses, those were super limited when they first come out, but now they're shelf products. That True Story was decent. $60, I don't know, but that was a decent whiskey. I like the sweetness on it. Now, we've drank a lot of Four Roses this morning, so McLaren Jack Daniels. Starting to see the Christmas Maker's Mark labels there. Oh, Green River cash strength. Dude, those are so freaking good. What's the price on that?
I don't know. Doesn't have one.
Normally those are, what, 50-ish bucks? Well, aren't you taking that for that price?
No, not at all.
Rebel 10-year. Toasted rice just sitting on the shelf for 70 bucks. That's actually pretty freaking tasty. I like that one. See anything that strikes your fancy here?
No, not yet. The patent armored diesel burger. Probably tastes like diesel.
$49 on that cash strength. Have you had this?
I had some last night.
That's so freaking good for that price.
Delicious. I had a store pick and it was called Bring the Heat.
Oh, the store picks are really good, yeah. Knob 12's just sitting there like it's nothing. The new Barais, 10-year-old rye. Like, these are the new, I thought they were limited, but apparently they're not. Huge, I mean, that's the great thing about being in Kentucky, is you walk into these stores and you have huge selections. You got all the benchmark stuff, which we love at those prices, like $20-something for the benchmark stuff. Really, really hard to beat. But in general, just a huge bourbon selection at most of these stores. Good start here at 44. The rarer stuff, you know, a little bit of a markup, but hey, somebody's gonna wanna pay that. Doesn't wanna spend the time hunting, doesn't have connections. You can get it here sitting on a shelf. What are you looking at?
Just looking at this EJ Curley.
I haven't tried it. So you haven't tried the EJ Curley?
No, I've never heard of it.
I've seen it a few times.
Have you?
Does it say who made it?
Distilled in Kentucky, bottled by EJ Curley and Company, Stanford, Kentucky. Bardstown or Green River, if I had to guess.
I'd say that's a fair guess, I reckon. That's the thing about Kentucky in general. Like, in Kentucky, you're gonna have a huge selection, but you're not gonna find a lot of local brands. And if you do, oftentimes, the ones I find anyway are just sourced whiskey. So there's some brand that's sourced from somewhere in Kentucky, and so they've got kind of Kentucky only or Kentucky adjacent distillate. So not a lot of like super small, just getting started distilleries that I've discovered in Kentucky. Do got some Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye just hiding in the back there. Beautiful bottle right there. Check the proofs on these. 128. Y'all good? Appreciate it. Thank y'all. We are at the start of a very long road trip. We do have a lot of space. So space is not the primary concern, but budget is. Like, it could get out of hand real quick. This is allocation season. So we really are trying to look for any kind of rare special things like that 70th wild turkey. I don't have that. You know, any sort of BTAC or anything like that would be super appealing to me. So we got to be fairly conservative because I feel like we're going to spend a lot of money on some more expensive bottles during this road trip if we happen to stumble across them. But we'll see what we buy. Y'all said y'all will watch these even if we don't buy a whole lot. We may test that, and we may not test that in this one. We'll see what we come across. Have you been searching for the perfect gift for that special someone? If so, you're in luck, but not for long. This is your last chance to grab one of the most unique gifts from Original Grain before the holidays. Original Grain's handcrafted watches are the perfect statement piece for your dad, husband, uncle, brother, and more. These watches come in a variety of styles and are meant to really reflect the individual who they belong to. And right now you can snag one of these pieces for $100 off during their Black Friday sale. Plus, if you use code Brewzle, you'll get another 10% off on top of that. Now, you know on this channel, whiskey is what we do. So we think one of the coolest collaborations Original Grain has done is their work with Jack Daniel's. These awesome timepieces capture the rugged and sophisticated nature of Jack Daniel's, and they're crafted using authentic, reclaimed Jack Daniel's whiskey barrels. They have a variety of different styles of Jack Daniel's watches, from 42 millimeters to 46 millimeters in size. One style that stands out for me is the Whiskey Black Chrono, which is matte black stainless steel paired with the reclaimed American oak barrels. Original Grain is a veteran and family-owned business that has been making watches for over 11 years. So you know they know what they're doing. The craftsmanship and uniqueness of their designs is what makes them stand out. Now, I know you'll be able to find the perfect, most unique watch to give that man in your life this holiday season. Make sure to grab one before the offer is gone. Remember, Original Grain is offering $100 off for their Black Friday sale, but you can get 10% more using code Brewzle. So don't forget, use code Brewzle to save even more. It's time to get back to that video. Next stop, Cox Spirit Shoppe. I don't know why it's a Shoppe. Y'all let me know. I don't know what the difference between a shop and a Shoppe is. But the Cooper's Craft 100, you pimping those. And the Green River Cash Strengths. Wood, Sonoma Triple Finish. I don't know about that, but you see these batch proofs. Let's see, it's weeded right here, $55. It was literally $200 over at the last place. $55 right here. That's why you just keep hunting, because there was absolutely no reason for that bottle to be marked up. Like it's not that rare. I think that was a mistake. Diggle 8-year, you just keep that, my friend. You just put that on back on the shelf. I got some 15-year coming. If we're gonna drink it right.
We'll get 2 of those and pour together. You have a 16-year.
You know those are not black tops, man. They're gone. They're all gone.
You gotta hold out hope, though.
These shells are far too clean for that to be.
They're all, let me see it. Look, hold it out. Not gonna happen. Yep. You're in Kentucky. They're gone.
There's the Jim Beam Double Oaked if you haven't got one.
Oh, yep. I'm supposed to get one of those, aren't I? Yep. Grab one of those for me. Hold it if you would. So I've had some folks, by folks I mean one person in particular, hitting me up about getting the Jim Beam Double Oaked, and I don't have one. So I'm gonna grab one while we're here. It is $21.99. Is that an Evans single barrel?
Yeah. I always like to look at the dates on those. So I have lucked out and found a Valentine's Day bottling and a leap year day bottling of those.
Does that add to make it taste better?
It's just kind of cool to me.
Let y'all see the selection here. A lot of these true stories around right here. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Now they're everywhere. Old Forester single barrel proofs right there for $99. Whoa, look at this. Never seen this before. Baker's High Rye, 7-year.
I've heard about it. I've heard it was supposed to be coming out.
You got one we should drink, or I should buy this one we should drink?
Oh, no, you should buy that one for us to drink.
All right, let's do that. What'd you find?
I've been looking for that. I'm just not sure if that's the price I want to pay for it.
That's about right.
That's about what it goes for?
About what it goes for.
Yeah.
89 on the heart release right there for price checking. Single barrel Green Rivers, Diggle 15. Doing an OKI 11-year.
11-year rye, 122 proof. Now this guy's. I'm curious if this is the same kind of rye that we're getting out of like Southern Collective and Short Barrel. Those high age ryes.
Seeing some of this old Louisville 7-year wheated getting down to $99. Of course, Will's over there looking at the beer. What'd you find, Will?
I've never seen Sunny D seltzers before.
Oh, Lord. Those were new last year, I think. What you looking at?
Let's see what's up here.
The minis.
Yeah. I want to try JTS Brown, but I don't want the whole 750 of it. I want to put it up next to the Evan Williams, the Heaven Hill, and McKenna.
Okay. I'm sure I got one at the house next time you're there. Thank you. All right, so we try to be picky because it's allocation season and we may run into some expensive bottles, and then of course we buy a bunch of shelfers. Still got some cool stuff that we haven't had before. All right, let's head on to the next door, see what we can find there. Next door, Mount Washington Liquors. $199 on the Weller 12, $80 on an Eagle Rare. Of course, all the benchmark stuff. Or just, dude, is that JTS Brown $8.99 or is it $15.99? Like, just buy it, man. Come on. Well, in the Origin Series, wheated here too. I don't know why that store had it for like $200. Buffalo Trace, benchmark, Kentucky Ace.
Yeah.
What is Kentucky Ace?
I don't know who's distilling that, but there's a Tennessee Ace too that's a rye that's pretty good.
Aged in oak for 4 years. 101 proof.
Now I've seen some of those that are a little older, a little higher proof, 111 proof.
Bottled by in Shelbyville, Kentucky. Distilled and aged in Kentucky. but don't know where. More heart lease right here in the floor whiskey. Make it more heart lease, it's just floor whiskey at this point.
Hanging out.
Yeah, just don't even worry about putting it up. It's in the floor. All right, y'all see the selection. Not a real big selection here. A little bit of alligator stuff, but not. Most of it's obstructed by boxes. Not a huge selection, nothing we hadn't seen already. Heart release sitting there. I don't know what the price would have been on that, but it's in the floor. I would assume it would be reasonable. Floor whiskey is usually reasonably priced. Like put it on a top shelf, put it in a cabinet. You leave it on the floor. You're not trying to make a huge margin because you're not putting any labor into actually putting it on a shelf. We've seen that at just about every store we've been in. So on to the next one. Now y'all know we've had a little bit of a mixed relationship here with grocery store liquor, but we've had some luck. Like some of the Rayleighs out west, even Kroger. Like we've had some luck grabbing some stuff out of Kroger. So we are going to hit the local Kroger here and see what we can come across. Ooh, some Bookers right here. $95 for 2024. I've seen a few bottles at the Bond. They were at our festival, so shout out to them for coming to that. More of these Evans single barrels. That's a 4-year. Yeah, it had a tag on it. I didn't know if it was. Should have known by the price if it was a higher aged one. I'll show y'all what all is on the shelf. At least what we can see. What is this right here? Trade Water Small Batch. He's got the one at the house that's supposedly the 12-year-old turkey, finished in Cabernet.
The left hook or the right
distance.
Hook? The distance, yeah.
I thought it was pretty good, but like, don't mess with the 12-year-old turkey. If you got 12-year-old turkey, just bottle 12-year-old turkey.
Yeah, and then they took 13-year-old turkey and put it in, finished it in the dark Jamaican rum barrels too.
Okay, I get you.
I've got the 12, I had another 14. 12's all right.
Some rare breeds, which you can get just about anywhere. You're not hunting.
Yeah, I am.
You don't look like you're into it. You bourboned out.
No,
You crashing after 4 roses picked this
I'm
morning.
waiting for tonight's bottle share.
Well, you're not going to bring a bottle because you didn't buy any.
Oh, you're gonna bring a bottle though.
Okay, you're right.
I was looking for another
Y'all are on
one
a
for
joint
double
account.
pick, but I didn't see one
I
at
have
all
3 or 4.
anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen any pics. Maybe. What are you looking at? You buying a Glenfiddich?
I made for $59. I made.
Why?
It's pretty good.
Well, why are you so iffy about it? If it's that good, why are you like, I don't know about $59 for good whiskey?
I don't know. What else am I going to find over there? Like,
Nothing.
You know, this is $60 into the bourbon budget here.
You don't want to do that. If it's that or bourbon, choose the bourbon. Because you're still here for 2 more days. This is also not that far from the Airbnb. You can just run over here and get your Glenfiddich.
That's why I put it back on the shelf.
Okay, because is there just one though?
No, there's much.
Oh, you're good then. What are you doing? What are you doing? Nobody wants that crap. It'll be sitting there.
And they're dusty. Also, Cooper's Craft for $29.99 right behind you there.
Is it 100 proof?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good price.
That's a real good price.
100 proof Cooper's Craft for $30 freaking dollars. Like if you haven't tried one of those, like grab it. Just grab it. It's good stuff. Like that. Do just like he did right there. You never had one? For $30, man, that's
sure.
a good bottle.
Good deal. I've heard about it. Never tasted it though.
Won't be disappointed. One of my favorites, honestly.
J-Rock and Brewzle approved.
Yes, the 100 proof Coopers. I'm not as big a fan of the low proof, but the 100 proof,
100 fruit's good.
good stuff.
And they put it to Kentucky and Ohio distribution only, I'm guessing, so they can keep putting the rest of it in 1924 bottles.
Okay. Which I heard was gonna go away in a couple of years.
Nobody would be upset about that.
You're not trying to say that's 10-year-old Brown Foreman, are you?
I mean,
You're not trying to say it's 10-year-old Old Forester.
I'm trying to say it's 10-year-old early times.
Okay. You think all the good early times juice in the black tops are now in this?
Between this and 1924, I think so.
We will try that later, so we're going to have to blind that against the blacktop early times. Because that's how early times bonded. Like, it's a really good, because it was sold from Brown Foreman to Sazerac.
The brand was.
The brand was, yeah. And the flavor profile's similar, it seems. but
real
this
similar to
this Cooper's is Brown Foreman, and it is 100 proof. So it's very possible that the whiskey they had for all of that is now like Rumor Central right here. We're gonna have to. I don't have a black top with me of the early times, but at some point, I'm just gonna get one. I'm gonna get one. So I have one at the house. I have one. I'll just get one to make sure I've got a fresh one to try against a I will not open this, and I will fresh crack it on the next live stream we have, which may be several weeks from the filming of this. We'll fresh crack this versus a black top early times. Still got a couple of those in the storeroom. Dude, have you tried this? We tried this on a hunt not long ago. That's a no bueno.
The Four Roses?
No,
small
the
bag?
Cuervo.
So, funny story, the Devil's Reserve here. I was doing a tasting of this for Old Dominic.
Okay.
And I had our Honey Bell citrus vodka.
Yeah.
And the guy next to me had this. So we poured them together. Pretty good. You can take my word for
Go
it.
downhill real quickly though.
Oh, absolutely.
Mixing two together. Thank you, appreciate it. All right, so I guess that ends our bourbon hunt here in Mount Washington. We literally went to every liquor store in Mount Washington and we bought a few bottles. I wasn't expected to buy any bottles in Mount Washington and we've overdone it a little bit. $29.99. We will try blinding this versus a black top early times. And for those that don't know, that's the old school early times. There was one of the best values in bourbon for a long time, and then the brand got sold and people were like, it's the same juice, it's not as good. So I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna see if it can beat this Cooper's Craft 100 right here in the next live stream, which I hope is Monday. I tell you what, we'll have the stream set up. We'll pop up a little thing right here. You click over there, set a reminder so you can show up, find out if this Brown Foreman showdown, whether the old school or the new school is better. Appreciate y'all watching all the way to the end. We'll see y'all in the next one. Hey B-Team, are you ready to look fresh for family get-togethers this holiday season? Do you want your friends and family to know you have a selection, not a collection? You know Uncle Ted watches the channel as well. Instead of listening to all those rehash stories from high school, you can actually talk about bourbon. If you want to rep the Brewzle community, then listen up. We're gonna change how we're doing merch just a little bit. The Brewzle team is dropping a massive amount of all new merch to keep our Brewzle community looking their absolute best. We're releasing 5 new t-shirt designs, hats, leather coasters, koozies, and a members only kit from Aged in Ore. Now, whether you're looking for some new gear promoting your love of bourbon or a gift for a bourbon lover in your life, then be ready when we launch on October 19th. Be sure to grab some new Brewzle gear on launch day because every one of these is in limited supply.